Hi there, and welcome back to Tom's English Tube. Today we are going to continue focusing on Oxford Test of English, Speaking Part 3. Speaking Part 3, you need to choose 2 photographs and talk about them. They usually ask you to compare advantages, disadvantages, but enough. Let's take a look and see. You are going to give a talk to your English class about different places where people live. Choose 2 photographs and tell the class what the advantages and disadvantages of living in these places might be. Hello, I'm going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of living in apartments and mobile homes. Nowadays, many people live in apartments because they are much cheaper than houses, and there are plenty of apartments available. Well, in some cities. On the other hand, there are a lot of problems with apartments. For example, there can be noisy neighbors, as you have neighbors in all directions, and no elevators in some cases. Now, compared to apartments, motorhomes are much more fun to live in because they're a great way to see the world. However, motorhomes lack things like washing machines and a proper toilet, which means they're not a realistic option, at least for me. Okay, we finished part 3. But part 4 is linked to part 3. So let's look at some of the possible answers and some of the possible questions that you can be asked. So let's go on to part 4. Well, my home is a regular home. It's not too big, but it's comfortable. I have 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. The kitchen is not very big, but well distributed. It has everything you need. The living room is big and comfortable, and this is where we spend most of our time. I also have a small terrace where we have barbecues, sunbathe, do the laundry, and enjoy the view. I live on the top floor of a small block of flats. The biggest advantage of living with friends is that you have a lot of freedom. This means you can do as you please. You don't have to listen to your parents telling you off from being late on Saturday. You can be on your phone as much as you want, and you can eat when you want. It also allows you to grow up as a person because you have to negotiate with your flatmates in order to keep a clean and healthy environment. Living with your friends doesn't mean you have to become an unhealthy party animal. Well, on the one hand, I suppose that it is good to live in the same place all your life. You know everybody, and everybody knows you. You can get help from anyone, and this makes you feel comfortable. Now, on the other hand, it might be a little frustrating if you have neighbors that are not good neighbors, or if you live in a polluted area. These things will not only deteriorate your biological health, but your mental health as well. I believe you need to be happy in the place you live. That's the most important. Well, the most important thing is to be careful with renting a flat. There are a lot of scams, and you could easily become a victim. Aside from the ugly fact, there is another very important issue. It's hiring an internet service. Companies here all depend on one big multinational company. So my advice is to bite the bullet and hire with them. However, my most important advice is to be careful with your diet. My town has the best restaurants on the island, and they are an everlasting temptation. I believe homes in the future will be completely smart. Everything will be connected to the internet, and robots will help us do more in a more efficient way. Today's home have glazed windows, automatic hoovers, microwaves, and domotic systems. All these comforts will be upgraded by technology, which will give us a better service or solution. I also think that we will use more glass or glass-like materials to be able to use our electronic devices. but our homes will always be our homes. Okay, so I hope you have paid attention and that you have had fun. This is all for now. As always, please like and subscribe because it helps me help you. Have a happy and healthy life, and I will see you soon. Ciao, ciao!